Welcome, listeners. Today on Don't Believe Those Stories, I have a very short story that is actually about a dream that took place in 2003. I call this one my Angel of Death story. In this dream, I saw a man who was dressed in a long white gown, similar to what I would imagine would have been worn by a shepherd in biblical times. This man also had a tall staff or rod that was as tall as himself, and it curled around at the top. This is not a man that I believed I have seen in my waking life, but I knew by the way he was looking at me that he was there to give me a message. I looked at him, and he looked at me, but he never said a word to me. However, without speaking, he let me know what I needed to know, and that was that someone had passed away. I nodded back in his direction, acknowledging wordlessly that his message was received. When I woke up the next morning, I did not want to speak to anyone at all because I knew that someone had passed away, but I did not know who it was, and I was not prepared to know. I especially did not want to speak to my parents, as I wasn't sure if it was one of them who had passed on. I went to work, and shortly after reaching work, I got a call from my dad. I was bracing myself as I knew he was going to have some news for me, and as expected, someone in the family did die. It was my uncle who passed away. Actually, it was my dad's uncle, but I also referred to him as uncle. I was sad at the news, as I always really got along well with him, but slightly relieved that it wasn't one of my parents. I told my dad about the dream I had during the night, and that the message was already conveyed. I also let him know that I was glad he was okay. So listeners, I do have people who come into my dreams to pass on messages from time to time when I need it the most. I don't know why, but I am thankful. That's it for Don't Believe Those Stories. Thank you.